afternoon, it's Becky from New Sutton House. So today we're going to do a nice evening meal, which is fajita dinner mix. We're going to make this with some nice homemade wedges and some nice sweet corn. So nice and easy, but quite healthy and quick to do. Okay, first of all, wash our hands, which I've just done. So nice clean wash hands. And then the first thing we're going to do is make some wedges that we're going to cook in the oven. So we need a baking tray, nice size baking tray, and we need some potatoes. But what I do with wedges, I don't tend to wash your potatoes clean, and then I leave the skins on because all the vitamins are in the skin. So we're getting a nice knife, not too sharp, and we're literally going to cut into the potato, watch your fingers, into some rough sort of wedgie shapes. Not perfect, doesn't matter what, they're not all the same size. So we've got some shapes, as you can see, like that. And what I've done earlier is I've already done some. So I'm using fry light. If you want, you can sprinkle a bit of cooking oil, but I like this fry light, I do. So spray your tray with fry light all over, give it a good covering, and then you put your potatoes on. Now what I've already done, which I tend to do a lot, is I've already cooked some and I have frozen. So pop some potatoes on the tray. Now it depends on how many people you're cooking for. At the moment I'm just doing for 2 people tonight, so just got a little handful of potatoes. Okay, and then on top of those we're going to put some more fry light on the top and give them a shake, and then we're going to actually add some spices. Now if you want and you don't want spices, you can just sprinkle a bit of salt and pepper on, but I actually like to use this chilli and garlic salt. This I bought from B&M, wasn't very dear, but it lasts absolute months. If you haven't got any of that and you want to add a bit of spice, if you want, you can sprinkle a bit of paprika on. That goes pretty much on anything. Or the other thing I've got, which sometimes I use as well, is just Cajun seasoning. So any of these can be used. So this one, because it's a sprinkler, you just grind it all over the top, so evenly cover the potatoes with the nice spices. And then what I will do is, once they've been cooking halfway, I shall turn them and then sprinkle the other side. So there we go, all ready to go in the oven. So I'm just going to put the oven on. Okay, and just going to put those in the oven. Straight in. Middle of the oven on gas mark 6. Okay, so, we're all ready now to start preparing our fajita mix. So let's open the box. This one is a medium one. I have picked up the hot one before, but that's very, very spicy. So just make sure, if you don't really like it too spicy, you make sure that you get the medium. Okay? So in here we've got our wraps, our sauce, and our salsa mix. Okay? So, right. First of all then, I'm going to just wash my hands. Our wedges have been in for about 20 minutes now, so they're cooking lovely. So now I'm going to get the next bit of it ready, which is the fajita, the chicken and the vegetables. So, right, what we've got here is we've got 2 raw chicken breasts. So what we need to do is make sure when we cut this, we go and wash our hands straight away. So first thing I'm going to do is I normally pick it up with a fork, and then you can use a knife to cut it up, but I just rather use scissors. I find it cuts it much easier. So just chunk off the chicken into the saucepan. Like so. Into nice little bite size. We don't want the chicken too big, so we'll just cut that again. That's it. And then there we go, a bit more to go. So just, if you're making this for, again I'm making it for 2, so I've got 2 chicken fillets. If you was making it for 4 people, obviously you'd need 4 chicken fillets. You can actually make this vegetarian as well. So instead of using your chicken, you could just use corn corn chicken fillets you can buy. So then you're making it vegetarian as well. There we go. So let's just cut our second one up. There we go. That one could be a bit smaller as well. There we go. And last bit left. There we go. Make sure they're all small. Just checking. Oh, that one's a bit big. Cut that one as well. Okay, so they're all the same sort of size portions. So I'm just going to wash my hands. Okay, so I'm back. So in the saucepan we've got some chicken. So I'm just going to add a little bit of fry light to the bottom of the saucepan and all over it. If you haven't got any fry light, you can put a little drop of cooking oil in. Just only needs a tiny little drop just to sort of grease the saucepan. Okay. So vegetables then, so today I'm going to put in here, so we've got a chicken, I'm going to put some yellow peppers, which I've already cut up ready, and some mushrooms, and I've got some onion, but you could put anything in. You can put courgettes in, and you can put different peppers. I've only got yellow with me today, but normally I use 3 different bits of pepper in. So just put all that in. And the onion. Okay, so what we need to do is go over to the hob and start on a slow heat cooking this up. So I'll take you over to the hob with me. Okay, so we're just over by the oven now. So I've put my gas on a medium heat, and I've got my saucepan here with all the veggies and the chicken in. So I'm going to put that on and then just let the saucepan warm up. And all I'm going to do is just gently keep mixing it to make sure everything gets cooked evenly in the saucepan. So we're just going to let the saucepan warm up for a minute, and then I'm just going to keep mixing it. So what I'll do, I'll come back in a couple of minutes when it's starting to cook to show you. Okay? Okay, so the saucepan's now with the chicken and the veggies has been cooking probably for about 7 or 8 minutes. So as you can see, it's all starting to come nicely and slowly cook together. And what I've just done is took the wedges out. As you can see, I've just turned them. And what I'm going to do is add some more fry light to this side of the wedges. That's it. And then, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this with 2 hands. So I'm going to just sprinkle some more of this all over this side of them. But I'll need with my other hand. Okay. Hello, right, I'm just checking on the chicken. As you can see, it's doing really well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to transfer it to the frying pan because I find it's easier and coats better when I put the sauce in. So we tip it all in into the frying pan, and then we're going to cook it a little bit longer on a really low heat now while the wedges are just finishing. So we're going to put it there and just give it a bit longer, and then I'm going to put the fajita mix on. Okay, so let it have a little bit of a sizzle there. And we'll come back in. Right then, it looks like everything's coming along and nearly done. So now I'm going to add the spiciness to the chicken and that. Now because I'm only doing 2 meals, I'm only going to use half a packet. If you was doing a meal for 4, you'd use all of it, but we don't. I'm just going to use half. So just sprinkle it on the top, and then that I can use another time. And then what we do is get your spoon and just give it a nice mix in. So everything gets coated. It smells delicious. So everything gets coated in the nice flavour. And then while this is on, we just want to cook it really slow for a little bit longer to heat the mix. So as you can see, it's got a lovely colour now, nice and brown with all the spices on. So everything's coated. And then we're just doing it on like a really low heat in the frying pan, just really so it's evenly coated and everything's cooking nice. There we go. So a few more minutes for that, and then we can condition it up in a minute. Right then, it looks like everything's done. So what we need to do is get our wraps out of the pack and just cut the packaging. So we get them ready. Now obviously this kit contains 8 wraps, but we're only going to use 4. And then what we can do another day, we can use 4 for something else, for lunch or something. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat the sweet corn, which I've took out of the tin, and it's now in a microwavable bowl. Let's just make sure the air vent is on it. Otherwise, there we go. So I'm going to put that in the microwave for 2 minutes. Okay. And while we're doing that, we've got the salsa sauce that we're going to cut in a minute. So, get these ready and take out the veggies that are done. They look nice, so let's just show you the wedges, shall we? So homemade wedges, literally. So let's just dish them up onto there. Look nice and brown and crispy. Right, just remember everything you pick, oven gloves, because everything's going to be hot. So we always use our oven gloves at the moment, don't we? So, there we go. Right then, so next thing we need to do, when the sweet corn comes out, is get 1, 2, 3, 4 wraps in the microwave. And we just put them in for 45 seconds, and they just warm them up nice. So, let's see if the sweet corn's done. Some nice sweet corn on the side. There we go. It's done now, so let's give this a mix and then we'll... So I'm just going to cut open the corner of the salsa mix, so we're ready for that in a minute as well. Okay, everything's looking good, and let's just see if the wraps are done. Oh yeah, literally all you need, 45 seconds and they're nice and warm. So get your first wrap on the side, and then we're going to use a spoon and scoop some of the chicken into the wrap. So we're just going to put it in the middle and then fold both sides. Now if you want some salsa on as well, you can tip a little bit on, and then we're just going to fold the wrap over just like that and pop it on the plate. So the next one, again, the chicken in the middle of it, and then just fold it over, roll it over, and then on the plate. So the next one, again in the middle, and we're just going to roll it over. So there's another one done on that plate, and then the last one on the middle of that one, and then roll that one over as well. So okay, so all ready. So there we go, we've got our sweet corn, our homemade wedges, and we've got some nice fajita wraps with our chicken and flavouring. So enjoy. Hope you enjoy them, everybody. Bye.